Hi guys, if you look at my face right now, I have one of the biggest smiles I've worn in the year 2020. And that's because on the set with me today, I have amazing the rumole, the ballets of the fashion and style when it comes to the industries that we are having inside North Nigeria. We are not really doing much here today. Today we are here to talk about the great styles, the directions, the trends, the revelations, the discovery that do happen upon the carpet of the 2020 AMVCA. He is actually having hashtag, should in case you are a little bit backdated. It's called hashtag AMVCA7. So, like I said before, we're talking about the looks we had on the carpet. Welcome to the show. Now guys, I'm about to introduce the guest I have on the show today, and as you can see, my hands are full. To my left, I'm having Lex. I consider him to be a wizard when it comes to photography, and then his crazy direction in fashion and style inspires me as a person. When I speak genuine English, team up, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Now on my right, I have MJ, Mary J. Now this is another young lady that do inspirate me when it comes to fashion and style. I think that her direction is quite, yeah, I'm English, please. I'm lost.
Wow, captivating.
Yeah, exactly. She has the necessary ingredients. To my far right, we have the type infidelity. You can't tell me when you feel there and I can't stop there. People gotta know that we share more. We have more in common. So I have to. God damn it. God damn it. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show with me today. Yeah, we're talking about the great looks we had at the 2020 AMVCAs, specifically the looks that came on the red carpet. And in no particular order at all, we're going to start with Dakori and then we start with MJ. What do you think of our look here?
Like, she just put me on the spot. I don't really have too much to say about Dakori's look.
Right.
She played it very simple, and I think the dress really wasn't flattering at all for her. And I don't know, just not impressed. I kind of feel like she should have just stuck to her regular style.
Right.
I don't know, I wasn't impressed at all.
Impressed?
I will not say I was impressed, but I see where she was going. I think that's what I'll say. I see where she was going. I think that a little bit of tweaking to the fit and, maybe thought through a little bit more. But I think there was something going on there.
Right, I know. I mean, Tosin was probably impressed, so let's have it. You told me that you were impressed, that it was really nice.
I did.
Oh, you did it?
No. So I think the issue I had with Dakori's outfit, I think the fit was wrong, and it didn't suit her personality.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes. I mean, it took her from, when you say you're 17 going on 50.
Right.
I didn't like it. I mean, we had seen her deliver better on the
Yes, I mean, multiple times.
This year, she just didn't hit. She didn't hit it on the mark.
Okay, I think first of all, I need to clarify the fact that there was something on that carpet. No matter who you are, no matter where you're coming from, no matter the person that born you, there was something on that day that it will only take the grace of God for you to come out there looking different. And speaking of grace of God, what I also didn't realize was that on that day, there was a sporting event. I think you're following me now. So we had a sporting event at the event, which means that they're having inter-sport. Because everybody was running header-skater. I know that when there's an header-skater, there's going to be hugu haga, which means that accident can occur. But the first house that came on the red carpet is going to be Purple House. If Tony Tones is not the queen of Purple House name, what's that purple cloth? No, help me please.
I thought this was no fashion shock.
No, she didn't shock me. I only had inquiries and I submitted it via email.
Okay.
So please.
I think the look was understated. I expected much more because of what I've seen her do over the years.
Right.
I know I can say that I prefer the second look to the first one.
Oh man, our second look was heavenly.
It was amazing.
Right.
I think that's all I have to say. It wasn't what I was expecting.
Right. Tosin?
So I actually saw the garment.
This is not going to be good.
Hold on. I saw the garment up close.
Right.
And I have to be honest with you, there was a lot of handwork. I mean, you could see.
I mean, that's tall. I mean, from a
Yes.
tailor's angle, that was a lot of work.
There was a lot of handwork. I think the only issue I had with that look was the gaze, because it made her look.
Yes.
It made her
It
look
kind of
bigger.
had a.
It
Yeah.
didn't flatter
What's it
her
called?
form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't flatter her form. But
Right.
regardless, I mean, compared to other things I saw on the
True
carpet,
that.
I think she did well. The lower part just did not flatter in the slightest way. And
So
I think
you
purple
say-
was a good color.
Yeah.
it was.
Purple was a good color.
Right. But no, plus up.
But she played this. No, I won't necessarily say she played it safe, because her second look was jaw dropping.
Yeah. I mean, why did she do that
That
first?
should have been her
That
first
should have
look.
been her first, and
That should have actually been her only look.
that
actually.
brings me to the point where you must always have a team. Where even
Yeah.
if you want to wear 6 garments, they tell you this is a stronger entrance.
Yes.
This is a. I mean, you can close with this. But
Yes.
A stronger entrance. Start with this.
As
Yes.
if you want to
But
listen
if
though.
you,
As if you want to
you
listen
just
though.
said it all.
I mean,
As if you
that's
wanna
it.
listen. Yeah.
And because, I mean, I saw some looks on the carpet that were great, like you said. From a tailor's angle, that was a lot of work.
Hard work.
Like you're literally, you know, pleating and layering
Yes.
to that's the most stubborn fabric ever, followed by lycra.
Wow.
You know, should in case you want to do something quite elaborate, so I think well lycra and Nate, we are called JP. You know the meaning of that. Now, looks that also had, you know, pleatings and a lot of effort that I feel like didn't deliver on the effort. So it's also going to be what we have going on with Messia Igbe. I see the pleats on the side, beautiful color. I mean, permit me to call that chartreuse. Amazing shade of green, not common. But I felt like it was actually belied.
Okay.
So the trimmings, they are plaking. I would have loved if everything going on up there was hand beaded. If the patterns were, you know, organically created instead of just lifting a panel and then dropping
Put
it on.
yeah.
So it's beautiful. I know that Messia Igbe is an extremely elegant woman. She's one of those people that almost anything that she wears, she's going to look nice in it because she's very conscious of her body. So that just made that look quite flat.
Well, if you ask me, though,
Okay.
sorry, Nate,
Go ahead.
I think, first of all, let me say, like we're saying earlier, right, how she kind of like set the bar for herself,
Right,
and she, by herself,
right,
ruined it.
right,
I think the color was nice,
Right.
but like you said, that whole top,
right.
either if it wasn't there or you had something else going on, I think that would have just made the whole silhouette balance. And then again, if she had cut off that entire,
The train.
I think that should have worked as well.
I kind of liked the look, I'll be honest. I kind of liked
No,
it.
the look, I'm not
Because,
saying the look wasn't nice,
um,
but I think it was that top. I guess maybe she was trying to go for some Japanese kind of thing.
Okay, so maybe the top was a bit busy
Yes.
to begin with, and then it didn't feel like it was cohesive with the rest of the look.
Yes.
Yes,
But-
that's the only issue I have.
But like, I'm just thinking about if I had to shoot it, maybe reduce the intensity of the work going on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But otherwise, I kind of like it. I'll be honest.
Percy.
It's structured anyway.
I absolutely love Mercy's look, hands down. And I'll tell you what. So, she picked a shade of green that people would not necessarily gravitate towards.
Of course, yes.
2 feet of that
Yeah.
garment.
No,
Yeah.
great.
No, that was
Great,
good.
yes. Wow.
Maybe the
Save
technical,
Wow.
maybe the
Wow.
technical side
Yeah.
of knowing when to edit and take what out and take what out. And
Yeah.
I get the whole Ashwebi vibe you said you were getting.
Yeah.
But overall,
It wasn't a bad garment.
no.
See, let me
No, it wasn't bad.
like
It
MJ
wasn't bad.
said,
It wasn't bad.
Messia Igbe is one person that literally knocked the red
Yes.
carpet off at some point.
Yeah.
There's an expectation.
Yeah, that's just
Messia Igbe as a person is an extremely stylish woman. I tell you, go on her page, you will see multiple outfits that killed that outfit 10 times. It's the AMVCA. You are coming there. I wanted something more, something international. I will always say that AMVCAs for me should be Oscar of Nigeria. I don't want,
It is.
yeah, I don't want, I don't want people to be thinking that Oscar is the highlight of movie. As Africans, that should be our highlight. And if you are coming there, bring everything.
You know where I kind of like disagree.
Right.
Is yes, maybe some little editing
Right.
should have been done with that look.
Right.
But overall, trust me, that because I saw the look up close.
Right.
That was a look.
Right.
She
But now
looks like a
we're
star.
talking,
Right.
we're talking pictures.
Even in pictures. I'm not
Because-
telling
No,
you that I saw it
even
live.
in pictures, I loved it. See, the only concern I have with Messi's dresses,
Just that
Was that they
top.
should have organically cut out maybe a
Yeah,
fabric
like,
rather than
that's all.
leave
put
the fabric.
effort.
Yes.
Like, you know,
I
you
know
just
what
you,
you're
you
saying.
you
That's
see
all.
just like the dress had a mad fit. The structure was nice because I know the tailor that made it. She knows her body in
her
and
skin
out,
color, like
and her
her
skin color.
skin
Like, it
tone
was
to
a
that dress
beautiful
was
choice
mad.
of color. But all I'm saying is, put some more effort. You just don't lift a trimming and then just put it on a dress and say, voila, dress
Or
is
maybe
done.
she really
Maybe
just
the
wanted to go
technical,
different.
maybe
this time.
the technical side should have been worked on.
Yeah.
But overall, if we're talking about the overall look, I'll go with Let's. I think that was a story.
Now, speaking of overall looks, one of the looks that wowed me, like I literally just sat down. You know, I like when a look says a lot is going on, but the result goes smooth. It's going to be with BIMBO ADEMOYE. That look for me was everything. It didn't feel like she was doing too much. I love the fact that her hair was almost not seen. Then the accessorizing, the fabric, the fit, the seats, and then the pictures that I saw, the poses, the poise, it was just everything confident, like, this is who I am, take me as I am. Yes, I might be a jam, but with the right, texture of brain, I'm good for breakfast, and that was it. Beautiful.
Looked at it.
No, she did.
She looked
It was really good.
Very
Expensive.
My only reservation was they had some beauty, they had some stuff.
That's
in their hair.
it.
On her head.
That's
I'm
it.
like,
But it wasn't
no.
easily noticeable though.
I saw
Yeah, I
it.
saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw it. Aside that, she looked.
Very
You know when you say, you don't have to say I have money.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just enter.
That-
they
I like
will-
that.
That's what
Very classy.
She's the owner of the event.
Pure
Yeah.
class.
Right.
Yeah. She
Pure
reminds
class.
me
Class.
of, you know, when you see Toni Braxton, like for everywhere.
Yeah,
the way Toni Braxton
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like
She
that.
looked it. She looked
looks.
it.
Very clean.
I loved it.
Well executed.
Makeup was on check.
Yes.
Her skin
Yes.
was on point.
Everything.
The feet.
Yes, the feet.
I mean, like the feast was
Very
amazing.
well.
Yeah, like
It
she was
like,
just
and you know that it was a very
Well thought
out
of.
look.
Very good.
Right.
Yes.
She knew
Right.
what she wanted. She wanted
Right.
to shine.
Right.
You know when you shine and it's not in everybody's face. But
right, but you're like, who
You
is
have to
this?
stop and check.
Like you know, like
Stop
she.
and search.
She definitely made Sister Passage. She made this was a statement. look.
Right.
And I know that this look is actually going to stick with her for a very long time. People
Right.
would
Yes.
look at her differently.
Yeah.
Certainly.
People would address her differently.
Yeah.
It definitely upped her brand. Like
I mean,
from
like-
1 to 10.
That look literally just set her apart. Like
Yes.
I'm not
I'm not
Yes.
your mate.
I'm not
Yeah,
your
not your
mate.
mate,
We are in the same just street too.
Like our daddies are.
But on the street. You do you don't drive your Toyota, I do drive Bentley.
Pure class.
I've arrived, like
Yeah.
amazing.
Pure
Very
class.
Now speaking of pure class, that look that gave me that pure, when I say class, I'm not talking about just one. Like class of SS3 sort 10, ready to write WAEC type of class. Hello, my dear, look at that look. They are already anticipating me.
Yes, we are.
hits me.
Yeah.
Give it to us, give it to us, give it to us.
The hair, no, the detail of the glass
Oh, we
fringe,
know what.
the entire silhouette,
We thought of something.
the nude see-through, effect that dress gives me,
Okay. What?
the length of the slit, the choice of the sandal, the choice of the heel.
I think it's this one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That is the
permit me to introduce to you this word.
There you go.
Oh my God,
Let me tell you.
that was Grammy, Oscar, SAG, everything in one spot. No,
Wow.
That look.
Speechless.
That look was statement.
yeah,
Yes, I'd seen that fabric before. Different colors.
yes,
But I love how the designer manipulated it to her own taste.
right.
Adesua has an
Amazing
amazing
body.
body.
Right.
To literally carry
Yep.
Anything.
Right.
Now the issue I had with the glass fringe was it took it to an Ashwebi level. You know, Lagosians, when it's time to do that Ashebi, whatever,
Right.
it is their signature.
Right.
I felt if they had kept that dress really clean. I mean, the hair, the makeup. Oh my God,
Yeah.
you see the makeup.
Yeah, like amazing.
No.
I feel if they had
killed
edited
it.
that stuff out, that would have been one heck of a timeless look
She killed
for
it.
Susu.
But
Regardless.
do you know the reason I'm going to
Simple and
allow
clean.
the reason I'm going to allow the fringe is because Nigeria, we have a challenge. I will not call this problem. We have a challenge.
Cannot do things
The moment something
Can't be
we say something, we will do it to the end. So now
And
because
silence.
glass beads actually has a place outside of Nigeria, outside of our space, I will still say that somebody somewhere will still look at that outside Nigeria and still be able to relate with it. And like MJ said, before we started filming, is a look that would be on Grammys, Oscar, and it would still be a top look.
Do you know the funny thing? Do you know if she wore it to say a music event or say to the Grammys, for instance?
Right.
We know you're an actor, so you're giving us the whole theatrical part.
Exactly.
Right,
Family
yeah,
business,
right,
family.
right.
And then the fringe reminds us of Flapper 20s,
Right,
20s era,
right,
all of that.
right.
It kind of blends. But I don't know. I just think maybe because I've seen that too many things on
Ashebi,
blogs
yeah,
and all of that.
yeah.
The minute I saw it, I'm like, this just was just this simple.
Yeah.
With the hair and that flawless makeup.
Right.
Like Kiki
Shake
said,
waist
we
is
must
good.
add, we must pile on.
So we just keep piling and piling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was a
because
great look, Sha?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was a great
We're not
look.
even contesting that.
I think it was timeless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like I see it's like consistently
Yes.
serving anytime.
I mean, it looks like an image that you can actually frame and sell.
Of course.
She has to frame that picture.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
now
truth is,
this
I
was
say this
amazing.
thing. If you're going on the red carpet, you must first of all look at that outfit. How would it photograph?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You get? And it's always about the first image of you that goes out.
Goes out.
Yes,
Right.
So
that's
you also have to give kudos to the photographer
Right.
for nailing that
Right,
shot.
right,
Yes.
right. All right, guys, so talking about looks that, we have to give credit to the photographer for nailing the shot. We got to talk about that one look that is a bit controversial. There's a lot of, no, it's not nice, it's nice. How will he win? He didn't win. And we'll be back in like 2, 3, 1, on the break. All right, guys, welcome back on the show. We're still talking about the great looks we had at the 2020 AMVCAs. And of course, I still have with me Lex, MJ, and Tosin Style Infidelity. So now, as I said before, we're going to be talking about that one look that is causing controversy. But let me explain something first that a lot of people didn't know, because I do see it, you have already drawn like, this is my father's house, this is your father's house, cross it, and let us fight. Later, you didn't have as such. The rule was very specific. AMVCA said you have to be on the carpet between 4 and 5 p.m. Number 2, you must take a photo at the AMVCA photo booth. Number 3, they'll post that photo on their Instagram page. And number 5, the photo with the highest like wins the plaque for the best dress, both male and female category. Now the problem, or let me rephrase, the problem that I had with that was that the criteria of selecting the winner is wrong. So all of it that you have already battled with no part of the titans between designer here and designer B, I just stressing your say because it was actually beyond either of them. You guys are the one voting, you're not just conscious that you were voting. And now I'm talking about Mercy's look. Personally, grammatically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually,
And all
professionally,
these. That is it.
okay, Lex.
Say it. Let it come out.
Torí pé,
Let it come out.
torí
It's like
mi kò
you're not understanding.
Tosin will say it in English. Báwo ni next aṣọ yẹn ṣe ń yọ? How is the next on the second step of that cloth coming outside?
You know how I
How
describe
is it also that the black undergarment is showing?
Sure.
How is it also that the
Strike 3.
is going, the waist is
Kojoko dada.
Uh-huh.
It's not sitting well.
Then lastly,
Strike 4.
the fabric. Legs first.
Truth is, when I first saw it from a distance, I was like, oh, this is nice.
All right.
To be honest, that's what from a distance.
Same
Like
here.
even looking at it from a distance, but when you come closer, when you see it in person, you start to see all the flaws.
Right.
And the thing is, you start seeing why the fabric is not as good as why the fabric could have been much better.
Right.
You start seeing that the fit is faulty.
Right.
You start seeing that even from a distance, I can see that the black, undergarment, it was just not the choice to have made for it. So I think that there's so much, like I would not do this for a shoot that I was gonna do, right?
Right.
It should be totally different.
Right.
Just to add to legs, right? Without seeing it up close, because let's be honest, when we watch other award shows like red carpets, we do not see those clothes up close,
Right.
and we criticize and say whatever it is we want to say, we like and we whatever. Now this, as soon as I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind was, is this shine fabric or is this sequence?
Oh no, that was really nice. So
That rubbed
was this
me
bubble
wrong.
wrap?
That rubbed me wrong. And then the second thing, my eyes caught the toe, the net,
Yeah,
like
underneath. My
yeah.
eyes caught it.
MJ, please, I'm sorry. It's me that will now quote you there. That's us here. The all say of the cloth is outside. You can go on, man. No, let's say it's
And I was like, they could have done something, tucked it in, tacked it on, just so that it stays. I didn't even really stress about the black undergarment and all that, in as much as I feel if you knew that was the color of the dress, then you should have looked for
that color.
same
was
shade
similar.
Yeah.
undergarment. And then it has this Snow White feel, very
Very
cut. I don't know,
ballroom
but
type
it
thing.
didn't. I'm not pleased.
maybe those things, please.
I'm not
I
pleased.
thought it was. I mean, with red carpet, people will tell you you can go all out and all
It
of
looks
that.
like a Giamba Bastille.
Giambattista value.
Thank you.
The issue I had with
Looks
this
like
look
it.
was, one, the fabrication looked really cheap.
The way you
It
say
might
that
be
cheap.
expensive, like the outfit
Yeah.
might be expensive. The fabrication looked really cheap. It had this iridescent, I call it bubble wrap couture. It had this iridescent feel, and the thing with iridescent fabric is, a lot of them they always look cheap.
Right.
But when it's properly executed,
Right.
then it comes to life. Do you get one? Two, the choice of undergarment was distracting.
Extremely.
Yeah, because it was all
I feel they should have picked something very similar, either to her skin tone in such a way that you don't even see anything, or something that blends with the
The
dress.
color of the dress,
So you don't even see anything at the end of
Or
the day.
just wear nipple wraps.
Yes.
Yeah, you
just
know.
wear nipple wraps like that.
Then the technical issues with the tool coming out.
Yeah.
I feel because when you have a dress that is that huge,
Yes.
you need to be very careful. We're shooting an editorial.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
Yes, because you can remove.
But
Yeah.
for the red carpet, you should have tweaked or maybe hidden. You
That's
don't
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
destroy the
Yeah.
designer's garment.
Yeah.
Just tuck
You
it
tuck
in
it in,
and
right,
tack it.
tag.
Yeah, tuck
Because
it in
it's
and
a
tag.
whole lot, and then we see all of that. It just looks like
Drabby.
a bag of mess.
Ooh, hot mess.
I felt it was a little too much.
And
Too
you know,
much.
it's actually not a Nigerian designer. You know that, right?
It's not a Nigerian design.
It's not a Nigerian designer. It's, I think, a London-based designer now that does couture.
Legs.
And the designer actually makes beautiful clothes, but I don't know what went wrong.
for
It's not
an
a Nigerian
editorial.
designer.
Yes,
Damn it.
definitely.
Yeah.
It like
Actually,
it,
see how that can be pretty for an editorial.
No,
Oh.
you'll be
You'll be mad.
so mad.
Right.
But
You'll
for
be
that,
mental.
when you have that length, you have that volume, you take it in a bit. And the person wearing it has a stunning body.
Of
Exactly.
course.
Because
In
I saw her
fact-
second look, I'm like,
Yeah, like the
like she
green,
passed and I'm like,
right?
what is this?
Right.
That she should have stuck to the green.
I think she should have done the green, and that's what I said. She
Yeah.
should have done the green as her first look, and this as maybe another
Maybe
event.
the green
Yeah.
felt too subtle and this kind of like had the wow factor.
It was hot. That green
I
piece
agree.
was hot.
I agree.
Green was nice.
Like she walked in front of me.
Plus
I had to
imagine-
tap on like, who is that
Plus
girl?
the
that
hair
girl.
that went with it.
All right,
was-
then, fantastic.
fine.
So now, let's talk about Shola Shibwale's look. I think this is the best I've seen her on for red carpet.
agree. I
And I'll
agree.
say that because this particular outfit defined her body nicely.
Yes.
Very nice.
And I love and appreciate the fact that all the detail that I needed on this particular outfit was on the neckline and
Yes.
towards the back.
And
Yeah.
the back.
And that gave her a senior position
Yes.
on
Yes.
that red carpet. Yes. Like she was on that carpet like, I can be here because our industry.
Yes.
But some of us, we have been here before
You
all
before.
of you. So we don't use Google Maps. We are not using
We have the
Uber Maps.
direction.
We have the direction.
We are
Yes,
the
that's
place.
So she now did her hand to the back like this. That's where my dear telling me color. Mad look. Mad look. Like, I loved it. Look.
Yeah, I love the look. The color that, you
Yeah, the
know,
color.
King of Boys. It shows.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that King
yeah.
of Boys, the royalty of it, the class of it, the, you know, it didn't make her look like she was trying to be young.
No.
And it didn't make her look older than she actually is.
Yes.
It was just on point.
Right.
Just
Totally.
on point for me.
Age appropriate.
Very.
Yeah, very, very.
Age
Very.
appropriate. Choice of
Very.
color. Like, you know, on the last show I said this. When you wear an outfit, or when you're going for an event and you serve us something, we know where your headspace is. You don't
Right.
need to tell us.
Right, right.
She literally picked different elements. She literally picked different elements. Brought everything. I think the details on the garments. I had a bit of gold.
Yes, gold,
Yes.
She
yes.
had purple.
Yeah.
She, you know,
Like
they sat
royal.
down.
Even her
They
shoes.
thought
Yeah, even her
about it.
shoes.
The
Yeah.
feet, everything was spot on.
Right.
But most importantly, it was very age appropriate.
Very.
MJ.
I agree. Everything my boys have said, and then some. Even the hair.
Yes.
You know.
Yes,
the
the hair was
hair.
amazing.
I was very, very happy that she. It's more or less like she went out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
But she still kept it clean and classy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved the hair, the makeup, and she was glowing.
You know, and then I also really love the fact that that trim was not on the waistline.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
it did
just-
something on that shoulder. It was,
Yeah.
was just very beautiful
That
and
whole
practical.
She looked in
That's
control.
why Lex said
Right.
it's
She
King
looked
of
in
Boys.
control.
Yeah.